My friend Blake's hen night me friend. Amelia had never spoken about the terrifying experience with demons that Blake had at her hen night, which was held at a spa designed like a Turkish bath. Since that day, Amelia never missed her prayers. She hoped that Maven, formerly Merv, and especially the spa therapist Saliha, had obeyed the rule of silence, and that Blake hadn't talked to anyone about the events of her hen night. Amelia kept meeting with Saliha, the powerful medium who had warned them before leaving the bathhouse that they would encounter them again. From her, Amelia learned crucial information about demons. Saliha continued to share this valuable knowledge with Amelia, but warned her, "You must keep these secrets until you become a powerful medium like me, capable of commanding demons." A loose tongue giving away the name of a friend like Blake can't save her from a long-lasting torment. About 12 hours after this warning, after a long day at the cafe she managed and sweating during cleanup, Amelia went into the bathroom to shower. She had just started washing her hair when the water temperature suddenly shifted to scalding hot. She screamed and jumped out from under the stream. At that moment, she heard a hissing voice that seemed to say, "I, paralyzed with fear." Her legs gave way, and she collapsed on the spot. Strangely, the water in the tub was now ice cold. Trembling, she reached out, turned off the faucet, wrapped herself in a towel, and stumbled out of the bathroom. She knew exactly what had happened. They were back, but why? Her first thought was whether she had accidentally let something slip. Had she talked about the demons? Only one name came to mind, Blake. Blake had been truly terrified at the hen night. Amelia decided to call her mentor, the medium Saliha, immediately. When Amelia finished explaining, a deep silence fell on the other end of the line. After a few seconds, Saliha spoke. "Your friend cannot keep a secret. I hope it's not as bad as I fear. Amelia, go meet your friend now. But whatever you do not remove that talismanic necklace. It will prevent the demons from attaching themselves to you. Call me the moment your meeting is over, keeping this warning in mind." Amelia went to the cafe to meet her friend Blake. Her heart was pounding as if trying to escape her ribcage. She immediately stepped to the side, held her necklace, and took deep breaths. After a moment, her pulse returned to normal. She looked around and saw Blake sitting at a table outside the cafe. She walked over and sat in the chair opposite her. When she looked at Blake's face, she was shocked. Her friend's gaze was dull and distant. While staring at Amelia with strange eyes, Blake suddenly announced, "Amelia, I'm pregnant." Then, a hissing sound seemed to accompany her whisper, "Leave us alone," before her facial expression quickly returned to its former, gentle self, and she began talking about her marriage. However, she seemed to skip over how her husband, Corbin, formerly Corin, had reacted to the news. Amelia couldn't help but ask, how did Corbin take the news? Blake's face shadowed for a moment. He went on a business trip, she said, closing the subject. Amelia couldn't ask more. The moment she finished her juice, she said goodbye to her friend and hurriedly got up from the table. As soon as she was away from the cafe, she hailed a cab. Stunned and frightened by her friend's state, she called medium Saliha on her way home. After their call ended, following her mentor's advice, she headed to the bus stop to go see her. Waiting for the bus, she thought of Blake's husband, Corbin. Before marrying, Corbin had undergone serious surgery and received a report stating he couldn't have children. It was impossible for Blake to get pregnant without further treatment. What worried Amelia most was knowing Corbin's volatile temper. Had Corbin chosen to pack his things and leave to avoid doing something to his wife? Indeed, Blake hadn't seen Corbin since that day. Hanging up the phone, Amelia was now certain of what was happening. She got on the first bus that arrived, sat in an empty seat, and closed her eyes. Her hand rested on the necklace she held for safety. When she arrived at Saliha's house, her mouth felt parched. As soon as she entered, she asked for a glass of water. Before she could drink, her mentor took her hand and said seriously, "We are here because of the demon baby in Blake's womb. We must not waste time." Seeing Amelia's panic, medium Saliha warned her sharply, "Get a grip. We can't afford despair. We must focus on our task." She told her to sit on the couch and continued, "We cannot allow this birth to happen. If this hybrid of human and demon comes into the world, stopping it will be much harder. You rest and pull yourself together. I will prepare the necessary talismans." Remember, a medium controls efforts with prayers and talismans. Half an hour later, Saliha returned to Amelia with various talismans in hand. "Come on, we need to hit the road," she said, leaving the house. They got into their car and set off for Blake's apartment. When they arrived at Blake's building, Amelia felt a stabbing pain in her heart and noticed her talismanic necklace warming up. She heard a terrifying whisper saying, "I came for you." She was terrified, but she couldn't back down. They got out of the car and went to the apartment door, ringing the bell, but got no answer. Just then, the building superintendent was coming out to go shopping. He looked at them curiously and asked who they were visiting. "We're here for Blake," Amelia said. The super said, "She's not home, I think." She didn't answer for me either and held the door open. Saliha and Amelia quickly entered. Right at that moment, the power went out. Blake's apartment was on the second floor. They rushed up the stairs. When they reached her door and rang the bell, a horrible scream came from inside Saliha. Realizing the urgency of the situation, said, "We can't wait any longer." She reached for the door with a special symbol in her hand. A sound came from the lock mechanism and the door swung fully open. She took a bottle of sanctified water from her bag, handed it to Amelia, and signaled for her to follow her inside. Once inside, the screaming had turned into a dreadful moaning. They moved towards the living room and found Blake curled up on the floor. Amelia, unable to bear it, ran to her friend. Blake turned on them angrily, shouting "Get out!" and tried to hit them. Saliha gave the bottle to Amelia. "No matter what, don't stop. Keep sprinkling the sanctified water on your friend," she instructed. She herself took other prepared talismans from her bag, raised her arms, and began praying loudly. Blake started thrashing on the floor, the demon baby in her womb writhing to get out. Amelia continued determinedly sprinkling the sanctified water on her convulsing friend. Saliha raised her voice even higher in prayer. Just as Blake seemed to be calming down, the apartment door slammed shut violently. Then, Blake's stomach swelled as if about to burst. "Now," Saliha shouted, turning to Amelia, "pour all the water in the bottle on Blake." As Amelia emptied the bottle, Blake leaned forward and began to vomit. A black, sticky liquid covered the bed. Blake's stomach visibly shrank. A few minutes later, Blake began to return to normal and started sobbing, begging for forgiveness. "Please forgive me. I couldn't help it. I told a close friend who couldn't come to the hen night about what happened." Saliha and Amelia looked at each other in concern. Saliha asked Blake, "Who else did you tell about the events at the bathhouse?" Blake, avoiding eye contact, muttered, "I'm not sure. That meant yes, I told others, so it wasn't over yet." As long as people kept talking, this curse wouldn't end as she gathered her things. Saliha turned to Amelia. "Get the names and addresses of everyone Blake spoke to about this, and bring them to me. We must hurry." Her face was grave as they left the apartment. There was still much work to be done.